didn't.
Hello!
Shut up.
Hello, my friends. And welcome to tonight's episode of the Calling Chronicle here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. It's me, Will, the DM for this game. I'm joined by our players. We have McKenna, head artist here, in charge of doing all the beautiful artwork that you see, playing Finnegan Calder.
Hey, that's me. Also, I'm sorry. Can we just appreciate how pretty Rose is?
Yeah, that's me. Also, I'm
We
sorry.
have
We just appreciate how pretty
Rose.
Rose is.
I'm sorry.
Playing
With the purple lights and the
Adenia.
purple shirt. And you're so
And
pretty.
looking
I'm sorry.
amazing in a Rapunzel cosplay. And we have Chad playing Zolom, resident Snake Man, impossible to hit.
I love like the halting ways you can almost give up.
I love like the halting wage.
His
almost give
anaconda
up space that you're just
dude.
trying to remember everybody's names. Don't.
Don't go there.
Technically,
I will
he's
flip
a
this
bush
table.
viper.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
He's not an anaconda. I know because I looked up 23 pictures of bush vipers as reference.
Incredible.
But yes,
Impossible.
McKenna, you are unsynced. I have no idea what that means.
I don't know how to fix that.
Oh no.
Unsynced would typically mean that my voice
Well,
is not synced
we might
with
just have
my
to deal
lip
with that
flaps.
tonight, because I did not notice that.
My video and audio is.
But
Oh, I'm so
some
sorry,
announcements
gang.
before we get going with our game tonight. Number one, you'll notice. Oh, that's just throwing off the entire overlay.
I just turned off my camera. It should have been fine.
No, because
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I just turned off my camera. It should have been fine.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I was like, maybe I'll just turn off my, mute myself and turn off
we
my
were
camera.
the Brady
It'll
Bunch
be-
for a moment. But
should've
back
just-
to the,
Yeah.
back to the announcements.
Yeah.
Number one, we're 5 followers away from 200, where I get to do an isekai anime stream, where their players are going to be playing themselves, having been isekai'd into a tabletop
Yee.
RPG universe. Rose, you were invited to that if you want to jump in. It's going to be a long stream, so like we're going to have people jumping in and out. The plot line of this thing, just to tease you all a little bit more, is this. The fact that we've all gotten isekai'd, everyone has amazing powers, except for me. Everyone's these overpowered protagonists, and I'm just like the dingus who got
Well,
dragged
you're
along.
the
She's like,
DM.
okay, I'm going to go try to do something to unlock my powers, and it's basically going to be the party chasing after me, trying to stop me from getting myself killed in this fantasy world.
Incredible.
I think
You're
it'll
also
be
the
very
DM,
fun.
so you technically have more power
then
than all of us combined.
We have, of course, our flagship show here on the show, The League of Amazing Adventurers. This is our Pathfinder 2e game. It's every Wednesday night. They're dealing with the Shadow Plane. You will go into the Shadow Realm at one point in
You're
this arc.
getting
I'm very
banished to the
excited.
Shadow Realm, gang.
Then, of course, we have... Excuse me. On Monday nights, we would normally have Will and Matt play card games, but it is no longer that show. It is now a new show. It's going to be a Adventure Path, a Pathfinder 2e game. The Strength of Thousands AP. I'm playing a summoner, a heavily optimized summoner, which will be fun. We're doing Session 0 this week. Then, next Saturday, we're back with the ramen shop, but this ramen shop is a special ramen shop. It's a Let's Learn About the Milwaukee Expanse ramen shop, where we're going to be talking about the setting for the AP. Matt's going to do like a little rundown on that. We're going to ask questions. It's going to be a fun, casual show to learn about the setting of the Adventure Path. And we're also going to review this book, which Paizo has provided us the PDF for. So we're going to do that.
Yay!
Then
Thank you, Paizo.
we have on Tuesday, we have Law and Disorder, where Will and Shy play games. Hopefully one day it's back. Shy does have her play. So Shy's schedule is up in the air. Once that's freed up, it'll be back to that. But if it's not, you'll just see me playing more indie games or Final Fantasy, depending on what I feel like. I've been playing a lot of Skyrim lately. I've fallen down into that comfort hole game. So I'm very happy to take an arrow to
Did
the
you fall down
Really
because you
so.
took an arrow to the knee?
And yeah. So that's all of our program and announcements. That's all of our stuff. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to roll the intro and get right into the game. Last time on the Calling Chronicle, our party dismantled capitalism.
It's true, we did.
It did. They defeated the Artifice Lich.
It's true, we did do that.
And the person who created the mirror that
cool
began
boss.
their adventure and got their friend killed. They're now collecting these artifacts to resurrect them, I believe is the party's goal, to use their wish to resurrect their friend. And yes.
Lotus petals.
The Dragon Balls.
Well,
Well, what, Chad?
like, I'm carrying around something that can resurrect him. We're just gonna get it to him.
It's a revivify.
We can't... That is a revivify. And he was past 60 seconds when we found him.
Oh, was this okay? The way it was talked about when we very first talked about it made it seem like it would work.
I remember because I asked, I was like, is anybody here a cleric?
Conveniently or inconveniently, nobody was.
Nobody was.
And just to make sure we're talking about the same thing,
golden
you're talking about the
apple
golden
is a
apple?
revivify.
Yeah.
Is a revivify? Okay.
Golden Apple is Revivify. I mean, granted,
Okay.
if we were to make, like, a fun friend who was a cleric and who had something along the lines of, like, Raise Dead, that'd be fun and dope, and then we could use the wish to, I don't know, end world hunger.
No, I would like to not use your wish.
We're
to
going
end
with
world
something a
hunger
little
because
less
the
nebulous at the
amount
moment.
of just like logistics and changing of logistics in the world that I have to do if you end world hunger is insane.
New goal for the team. New goal.
Because like
New goal for the
because
team.
like
New goal.
magically ending world hunger means
no,
one of
it's
two
gonna
things.
end up being a monkey
There's
paw
an
wish. It's
abundance
like
of food.
there's enough
and
food for everybody,
Like,
but
ideally,
it's all
there's an abundance of
slagpoles.
food, and the supply chain can support it. But if there's just an abundance of food because you've ended world hunger and the supply chain can't support it, you're dealing with an abundance of rotting food. Anyway, magical logistics aside.
Or maybe people just aren't hungry anymore.
Soylent.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Literally, nobody is ever hungry again, and
everyone's
nobody
become
has to
robotic
eat.
people, and it's
And
a
you just
win-win.
eat
Anyway.
for fun.
Then the party, after taking down capitalism, went and gave some deeds back to people. There is now a festival in the town known as the Snake Stride, which is what people are calling the event that happened as
Oh yeah.
as Zolam and Adenia
We should
strode through the
probably,
streets with Zolam going like
clear
full
that up.
speed with their arms and like slithering, with Adenia just throwing deeds to businesses off their back.
Yeah. Yeah, we should clear that up. We were given that task, all of us were, but Zolam can't look for addresses by himself, so we had to team up. And
Yeah.
I just sped up the
And
process.
so that's become like a big festival in that
Here
town.
for it.
And yeah, our party was also gifted with a magical cart. Yes. It
horseless
drives itself when you
carriage.
sit in the seat and you attune to it.
When the seats
It also
turn
has
into
like an
beds.
RV function. It was a very cool item. And then, yeah, our party was just getting ready to leave. Yeah, the garage has been open.
Yeah.
Omlin's kind of just there. Like... but yes, everything should be ready to go and work for all of you. I hope your travels are safe.
Well, thank you kindly, Emerlyn. You've been a very gracious host. Yeah, I'll just make sure everything's packed up in the back. I kind of like trip a little and like accidentally on purpose kind of like nudge Adenia in Emerlyn's direction. Like Calder, who has a 20 in dexterity,
Calder,
like
you okay?
accidentally trips and
Do you need
falls.
some medicine
Like
from your life?
it's not subtle, but it does do the trick.
You should not do not attune to the magical item. It's not
I'm
safe
just
to
so
drink and drive.
hungover. No, I'm fine. I'm not drunk. I'm just hungover. It's fine.
Oh dear.
I go fuss with things in like the trunk
Lucky,
of the
keep an
carriage,
eye on
make sure
her.
everything's in there.
I'm really glad that you're.
I'm really
I'm glad I
glad
have not
that
become
you're
part of an
safe.
artificial hive mind.
No, that would have been really unfortunate.
No, that would have been really unfortunate. You've got a lot of really beautiful ideas that are going to make this world a better place, and I would have really hated to lose you to an
Hopefully
ugly
the changes I
capitalist
can
system.
can make it a better system for everyone involved.
Just checking. I don't still have.
Yes, just checking. I don't still have Emerlin's
Yes, I believe that went back to
ring
him
with
when
his
you
like
guys
mechanical
offered.
creature thing. Did that go back to him?
However,
Okay, cool. Sorry, I
Does
apologize,
have
everybody.
you
I
a
was
small
moving
box?
for like 3 weeks. So I do have his clock.
What is this?
something not to
Oh.
open until you're on the road.
What is this?
Very well. How it is. I'll wait.
Very well. If that's how it is, I'll wait.
I don't think I have anything.
I don't.
We're
I don't think I have anything
Don't worry about it. It's simply a gift.
for you except
As a reminder of
It's
your
yours.
beginnings.
unless you want this clock back, just a reminder of
If I
your
ever forget
beginnings
about my
in case you ever
beginnings,
try
come
to
here and
forget that
smack me
again.
with that on the back of my head.
Oh, I will, and there's not a force on earth that could stop me.
Excellent.
Oh, I will, and there's not a force on earth that could stop me.
I suppose, yes.
Well, I'll miss having a friend.
Thank you. I've...
Of course, I have bracelet of sending.
Of course, I have
Reach out.
bracelet of sending, so
Yeah. Feel free.
I guess I can just
I'd be
reach
happy
out
to.
whenever.
Yes. Safe travels, Adenia. I hope that you could find your dreams and complete them on there.
I wish you every happiness fate can bestow.
I wish you every
Yeah, he
happiness
just-
fate can bestow
Of course.
until we meet again.
Just kind of stands there.
Give him a hug. Like Calder's like peeking over the side of the horse's carriage.
Give him a hug. Like Calder's like peeking over the side of the
Adenia.
horse's carriage. Airless
I
is
did
like
add
up
one
next
feature
to her.
to this
Give him a hug.
Simply say,
Oh,
Calder down.
Calder down.
And some of the fillery just comes and just like gives you like a light tap on
Calder
the back of your
down?
head.
Uncalled for, but understand.
oh, I like this feature very much.
Uncalled for, but understandable.
Whispers into your, it comes up to you for a moment, goes out like right up the ear. It works for anyone's name, but maybe don't, yeah.
Very clever.
Very clever.
Probably like an awkward silence. Zolom just kind of like after probably like an awkward silence, Zolom just kind of leans in and is like,
What do these actually do?
let things go somewhat freeform. What do these actually
Oh,
do?
yes!
He's holding up the fang
So,
caps.
Solom, if you put those onto your fang caps,
Slither up in everybody's business.
If you put those
Not to
onto your
slither up in
fangs,
everybody's business,
number of
but
fangs. Number 1, they give your fangs +1.
Yes.
And number 2, it gives you
Yeah.
advantage on creatures that are of a different plane, that are not on their home plane of existence. And number 3, and this is a feature that they added, they deal additional cold damage to living creatures of the evil alignment. They deal an additional d6.
like it. So advantage on creatures from other planes, and 1d6 cold damage to creatures of evil alignment.
All right.
All right.
Yes. Let's see. Adenia, you're the one that I trust with this. Hands you like a book. It's a manual on the card. Teaches you how to get the top up and everything.
Thank you. I trust I can read
Thank you.
I feel like out of
trust I
everyone
can
in
read
the
well
group,
enough
you'd be the one I
to
trust
figure it
the
out.
All right. Well, I will
This
keep
is
you all
fair.
no longer.
And Adenia will run out and just like give him a hug.
There's like a small. Ooh,
And Adenia will
and
run
then,
out
like
and
after a
just
second,
like
he'll like hug back.
give him a hug.
It's like, thank you, Adenia.
Awkwardly slither backwards, Awkwardly slither backwards, which is very difficult. Which is a very difficult thing to do.
Snakes do it. They like bunch up and then squiggle backwards and then bunch. Like I've seen them do it. It's horrifically uncomfortable looking.
And yeah,
Did not evolve for
after a
backwards
moment,
movement.
He'll release the embrace. He'll just kind of look and say, "Thank you. I don't think I would still be here if not for you."
Well, I wasn't going to let that happen.
This is
So
my one.
consider this your one. I don't usually
All right.
step in against
This is my
whatever
one.
fate has in store.
I mean, it's a very good one, so I'll take
You
it.
get one.
And yeah, you guys get loaded up, and as you are all exiting, the streets are lined with people. They are cheering. There were people yelling thank yous, running up across the carts. That little kid is like, "Oh, I," and they'll throw like a small sack to you. It's like a very tiny thing. It's about 3 gold pieces that they had pickpocketed off of Adenia. It's like, "Sorry about jacking that. Good luck on your travels," and runs away.
Little scamper.
Could have kept it. It's not that big of a deal.
And yeah,
She's a good
you
kid.
guys
That kid's
get
going
out
places.
onto the road. So,
And I think we are headed to.
oh,
We don't have the map up in
There
roll
you go.
20, but we have a mountain and a dragon nest.
Builderon?
Builderon, yeah. So it isn't marked on this map, but Will was telling us last week that there is a road that goes from Verlucia to Builderon, and from Builderon probably to the Burrow to Garen's Cross. So while there is not a road that goes from Garen's Cross to Volusia, we would be able to get back to Garen's Cross through Builderon. As
Since we
opposed
were
to go-
planning to go to Builderon anyway.
Right. As opposed to like getting back on a boat and then going
Right.
to Garen's Cross, dropping
more
off the
boats.
Lotus Palo.
No more boats.
No more boats. No more fishing. But that way we can
all right.
get
So
on out to Builderon.
it will take 3 days of travel to get there. During these 3 days of downtime, is there anything that you guys
Okay.
want to do?
Nice.
Sure.
I want to take a look at that book, the Book of All Worldly Knowledge, to see what we can find out about Builderon, because I know it's a dragon nest, but Calder doesn't know much else about it.
Is that the same book that, like, over a certain amount of time?
Yeah.
Did
Yes.
Adenia finish
Adenia did. Adenia.
I believe so?
to get, like, a feat or something?
Oh, I did. I got a feat, and I got a couple. Well, I used the feat to get some languages.
So
Yep,
could
someone
someone else, like, make a start on that?
Is it magical enough that I
Yes, it
And
does
can
convert to Braille for you.
Are you able to?
Is it magical enough that I could use it?
Because
Okay.
knowledge
So
is able to be given to anyone.
do you wanna go Calder or should I?
Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I will. Whatever time is not being used to, like, just look up general information, I will get a start on the
You can get
time frame
26
for that.
hours of reading done during the 3 days. Then.
Which sweet. And it needs how much?
Yes, it was 48.
Sure, was it 48?
However, whilst you are traveling, you're going to be reading. You guys can find out some stuff about Builderon, specifically that it is a copper dragon nest.
Sweet.
It is a copper dragon nest that was built on a dwarven city. So it's sort of like this, like, heavy, like, dwarf and a dragon sort of population.
I don't know much about dragons. Are the copper ones?
I don't know much about dragons. Are the copper ones
That would be an Arcana check.
decent folk?
Ah, I should roll that.
Right.
That's actually something
I should roll that because that's actually something I'm technically good at.
I think I will also roll an Arcana check just for fun.
I
You had
will,
a
'cause this
cousin
will
who
be
was a
funny.
dragon, Chad.
That's an
Zolam, you had a
18.
cousin who was a dragon.
I have a
At least
24.
they said they were.
I don't think that's how that works.
But
believed it.
Adenia,
I don't think that's how that
you'll
works.
be the one to know this information.
I never
Metallic
believed
dragons
him,
are often
but maybe.
maligned just by nature. And chromatic dragons often tend to lead towards the more neutral evil section, although no one group of species is all generally evil or all generally good, because that's not how things work. That's not how life works. The majority of the people lean towards that area, but
That's
not
just
everyone
not how
is
it
one
goes.
set of, like, things. But yeah. I'm going to ask you this, Adenia. At any point during those 3 days, do you open the box?
Yeah, but I think it's shortly after we're on the road.
I think as shortly after we're on the road, she's just gonna be like, okay,
Inside
I'm impatient.
Is
So
a hairpiece. It is a mechanical flower.
Oh.
Whenever you attune to it, it can change into
Oh.
any flower that you've seen.
Including evil man-eating flowers.
It could become evil man-eating flower.
including
like
evil man-eating flowers. That's cute though.
That's super cute. I'll attune to it, and
Hey, that's super cute.
What did
Yeah,
she
I'll
do?
attune to it, and
Because in the world
as
of
I do,
magic,
I'll have
why
it become a
wouldn't they
desert
have
rose.
accessories that can do that?
Oh,
of course. I love that.
It's not all about combat, people.
of course.
No, I love that.
But yes. As it stays in the desert rose form, it also produces the scent of one.
Oh.
Oh, prestidigitation magic in there.
Oh, ain't
Or at
that
least
fancy.
Adenia's
That's
memory
really
of the
cute,
smell of one.
actually.
Like, it smells familiar. Sorry.
That's so
Okay. Yep. Cool. Just
but
don't. We're
yeah.
gonna just.
Damn it, I'm crying. Stop. It's been a day. Anyway,
Oh,
as y'all continue to travel, the wagon makes it relatively easy going. There's no sort of like bandits on this road. It's very well kept. As you are like going up it, there is at one point a large contingent of dragonborn that kind of like are walking along the road in the opposite direction. They are in like full filigree armor, and they are being led by a dwarven man. And they're just marching down the road. Of course.
Pardon us.
They just veer
Move on
off.
through.
They keep walking.
Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly.
Y'all headed to Builderun?
We are patrolling the roads.
Y'all
that
headed
head
to
there.
Builderun?
We are members of the militia. Are you headed that way?
Patrolling.
Ah, excellent.
Maybe.
Corporal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like it's like a very like almost like newt-looking dragonborn. It's just going to run out. Provide them with the necessary papers, please. Of course, sir. And they'll run up to your cart as you guys are still moving, and they're like sprinting as fast as they can to just catch up with all of you. It's like,
Lucky.
thank you for that.
Stop the.
Here you all go.
Thank you.
Here you go. This is a map of the roads.
Sorry about that.
Through the mountains. And this is a just like a little pamphlet on the city, a map of the city. From this road, I'd recommend entering on the lower levels. You won't be easily access it unless you have wings, and I don't think this thing can grow wings.
Adini, check the manual.
Adina, you can look through the manual. It does not.
What do I have to roll for that?
It does not
It is
grow
not
wings. I'm
commissioned
just
yet.
fucking with everyone.
Oh,
Ooh, interesting,
Well, if we're
interesting.
doing the JRPG trope, something terrible has to happen before you get an airship.
Oh, I hate that you're right about that.
oh, I hate that you're right about that.
I don't play enough JRPGs.
My mind just immediately goes to like Final Fantasy X when like a home is
Yeah,
blown up
You know,
before you can like get Sid's airship. Ugh.
So
Like
no
Final
airships
But
then.
Final
Like
Fantasy
Final
X 2 lets you start with the airship.
Final Fantasy II, multiple towns have to be pretty much destroyed first. I think at least one of them more than once.
So no airship. I will graciously take the
Yeah, it's
paperwork from
nothing
this
like
man's
draconian.
hand, especially because it mostly just seems informative. It doesn't
It's
seem
just,
like,
like,
we have to sign anything
informative.
or pay anything.
It's not draconian, is it in draconic?
no, it's in common.
It's not draconian. Is it
imagine
in
like
draconic?
the pamphlets that you would find at a rest stop, driving like through the states. That are like, here's a map of the area with all the cool things. It's those. He's handed you like those, but like
I know
a state
those.
sponsored
Those are
one of
fun.
those.
Alright, got you. Well, thank you kindly, sir. And,
All right, gotcha. Thank you kindly, sir. And I don't suppose you have any advice for first-time travelers. We've
If
never
you
been
get a chance,
in
stop
here
by the
before. We don't
lower
want to ruffle
market.
too many feathers.
There's been an abundance of silk farm, of silkworms this year. We've gotten a lot of silk made, so you can probably get some of that for pretty cheap. There's a lot of wonderful fashion down there. And then the corporal's just like, you tell them about that flowery stuff? It's like, yes. All right. Make sure to tell them about the metals work too. Yes, the dwarves have been particularly proud of a lot of the smithing they've been doing in the lower forges. Good job, kid.
In all things.
Balance
in all things.
Any just, I don't know, rules or laws that are just
You
different.
can't buy
from the
alcohol
norm.
on Sundays.
We don't want to get ourselves in any trouble.
oh, my hometown
That's about it.
Oh, that's my
You
hometown.
can consume it, you just can't buy it.
Oh. Yeah, that one would have gotten me in some trouble.
This is where Rose is from.
That one would have gotten me in some
Otherwise,
trouble,
enjoy
sir.
the
So thank you
arts.
kindly. I would have.
And then the dwarf yells, and enjoys the craftsmanship.
Thank you too, sir.
And yeah,
Thank you too,
they continue to
sir.
march on their way. And the rest of the day is quiet. As you guys peruse the pamphlet,
Nice.
you see basically artists' drawings of the city. There's beautiful dwarven architecture that has a bunch of draconic filigree attached to it. It is a town. It is a foundry town and a huge, like, surprisingly artistic town. Like, it has like a drawing of the nest in it, where the nest, instead of it normally being made out of stone and things, has been like covered in bronze. So it's like a giant abstract sculpture on top of a mountain. Yeah. It basically talks about how Bilderand is a big, basically, production and arts town. It has some amazing theaters. It has some amazing craftsmen from anywhere between... Basically, those two things, like, they do crafting and they do theater and, like, other arts really well.
So it's like downtown LA where everything's stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, basically.
So it's like downtown LA where everything is stacked on top of each other.
Well,
It's way too hot.
It's usually just right because they keep all the foundries
There's a lot
are
of
in the very
art
bottom section, so
and
the heat rises
fabric if you
up
know where to go.
and kind of like warms the entire place.
Which is great in the winter, but what time of year is it right now?
It is the middle of spring.
Which is great in the winter, but what time of year is it right now? Well, it's gonna be nice and warm. Perfect for you, Denia.
Do you guys have any particular questions that you as characters would like to know about the town? It might be in that pamphlet.
Does it say how much we have to interact with the dragons?
Does it say how much we have to interact with the dragons? Calder is very nervous about
I mean, the
having the
city
little
is
one
owned by dwarves and dragons.
around the
so
big ones.
Take that as you will.
But like I don't know. Are they like reclusive
They're, like, walking around
overlords,
downtown.
or are they like walking around downtown? Oh fuck me. Well,
Adenia would be
They
interested
have
in the
amazing-
shopping scene
There's like a
around
little
here.
like ad for like some of the artisans they have there, and they have like an entire like floor, like an entire section of the mountain that is just devoted to artisans. So like if you've ever been like to like an artisan, like a glass blowery and like all of those things, it's all of that in one area, and it's all like absolutely beautiful. Like the entire spot is just architecturally impressive. It's pretty looking, and there's all these artisans running around making all this like beautiful works of art.
I've got a lot of gold burning a hole in my
There you go.
Yeah, I've got a lot of gold burning a hole in my pouch, coin purse. So,
yeah, same. Linda did us good.
I don't know why I'm picking up your accent, but I am. I think it's because I played 3 other like Southern characters.
Yeah, Rose and I are in a game on Thursday nights where she
That's
plays a Southern Belle
Lot of
herself.
Taylor. And it's very similar. And I'm like from around Kentucky, so it comes so naturally.
Yeah, my sincerest condolences, darling.
I feel like I'm doing
Alright,
a very good job of not falling into it.
The fact that I, a native Southern Californian, am like
Wouldn't it technically
sucking you in
McKenna,
with my
wouldn't it
fake
technically
accent
be a
is very
dialect?
validating, so thank you. Yes, it would technically be a dialect. And Brooke,
Anyway.
you have my sincerest apologies. You taught me better than this. But anyway, yeah, Calder's, I think, trying to look
Yeah,
through the
they're
pamphlets
very
to
much
find
like
as
a
much
big
as she
part of
can
the
about the
city, like,
dragons there.
There is one particular. The pamphlet won't go into great detail on it, but there is one particularly like glass blowery that is owned by a dragonborn. That basically they use their breath to heat the glass to shape it. which is also very scary from like a, oh god, if this person breathes on you, their breath is hot enough to make glass malleable.
Yeah. Then I guess she will also look at what services are provided to dragons to see if, like, maybe if it is friendly, maybe I can pick up some, like, fun trinkets and bits and bobs for the little one. Like, maybe they would have dragon specific.
I mean, like, it's a place. It's
things
a place
that I
with
could get
artisans.
there that I
You
couldn't get
them built
anywhere
pretty much
else.
anything you want if you have the gold. Keep in mind, a lot of older dragons do gain the ability to shift into humanoid form.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. If they decide that they don't like airless, I could be in so much trouble. And that's the nervousness
But Denia, Zolom,
that
do you guys
y'all
have
are
any
seeing at the
questions for
moment.
pamphlet?
I want to look for whether it's stuff that's
I want to look for whether it's stuff that's already exists or just the
Yeah,
materials
there's artisanal.
for poison
There's
making.
alchemists in the area.
Hmm.
They would probably have what you need.
Yeah, like to
Yeah.
go
Fair
in and
enough.
see what sort of things I can drum up with that. As far as gold in the pot, I have this pouch and I
Just
still
sand in there.
have a whole bar of mithril.
Clunking around.
Yeah, I just have a bar of mithril, just like clunking around.
I think I'm just looking for like enchanted stuff, magic stuff,
Fair enough.
upgraded equipment type stuff. Maybe a gift for Amerlin
So,
to send.
Do you guys have
over
anything else you want to get done during the
Yeah, you
downtime of the
are.
travel? Because traveling has become much easier now you have this card.
Right. Yeah, I have this part. We also have Calder on lookout. I guess that's
Right.
Yeah, I have this cart, and we also have Calder on lookout. I guess that's the other thing that I want to do is during the
Yes,
night set
looking through
alarms, and during the
looking
day,
through the
like
manual,
keep an
Adenia
eye
does
out
discover
for
that the cart also
monstrosities.
has an alarm function.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, when it's in its RV mode, you can.
Oh, sick.
Alright,
fair.
well, my next level up, I
Yeah,
will
otherwise,
swap that spell out
if
for
there's nothing
something
else you want to do on
else.
those days of rest, you travel quietly. The road is quiet. There's a couple like rocks on the side of a road. It looks like there might have been like a rock slide, but it looks like it was cleared from the road, probably by those soldiers that you passed. And eventually, the dragon nest comes into view.
Gotcha.
The mountain itself that it's built in is a very large based mountain. Basically, imagine, if you will, you're basically cresting over a hill, and it's like the sunlight is reflecting off of this copper and bronze, like metallic, like mishmash. So if you've ever seen, like, those like metal balls that are like the rings of just metal that have been turned into a ball? So the dragon nest is like that. So big metal ball art piece, probably about the size of like half the mountain that Garen's Cross is built on. It's a big old metal ball that's being supported in the
Jeez.
center by one mountain, and then has two mountains that are like on either side, basically bracing it and holding it in place. It's like a much more impressive Epcot ball. And the mountain itself, like the main mountain,
Epcot
the
ball.
sculpture and dragon nest is supported by these like massive bronze and gold pillars that just go down the sides of the mountain, that have these statues carved into them that you can see from this distance, of like dragons and dwarves, like basically intertwined together. It's like a big like unification sculpture. Yeah.
Huh.
As y'all basically continue to wind, the size and scope of this place becomes large, much even more visible. It's essentially a settlement built across 3 mountains and a big dragon dome. And as you get even closer, flying outside of the dome are dragons. Like, they're just flying in and out. Flying off to places, landing. that type of thing.
Well, I make. I'm going to do my best to instill in Airless a
Ploo!
dire need
Ploo ploo!
to stay in the pouch, please. I know those are real big dragons. They're real big versions, and you might look like that someday. But if you want to look like that someday, you gotta stay safe.
me an
You
animal
gotta
handler.
stay not in trouble. And it might mean trouble for you to. Oh,
Make me
shit.
an animal handler.
I'm
All right.
speaking in Draconic if that helps.
Yeah, that's a 19.
Oh, I understand that.
That's a 19.
And yeah, as you
I
guys get
don't
even closer
understand.
now, there is a small line basically to get in. There is basically in front of like the gates that they have open. There's what appears to be a legit just full size copper dragon, just sitting there, like talking with like, so you know how dragons have like the big body, teeny tiny arms. So you can see this dragon with like their neck just like talking to a person, and like their teeny tiny arms with like this like dragon sized notepad, taking notes down. Make me perception checks.
Can we hear what they're talking about?
Nice. Calder, you'll be able to hear
This
it
will
then
be
easily
a
enough.
25.
It's just, you know, standard questions. Yes, what are you coming to the city for? How long do you think you'll be staying? Do you need any suggestions on a place to stay? What's your budget like? We have a theater festival going on right now. Here's a pamphlet about that. Go and see this show. My friend's in it. It's wonderful.
It's got to be like a one-man show about like the relationship with their
It's got to be like
Who
a
knows?
one-man
He
show
doesn't go into what the
about
show's
like the
about,
relationship with their father.
But yeah.
So it is a one-man show. But can I do an insight check on this guy to see? No, you know what? No, there's no insight check. Not even a natural 20 that would tell me. I was like, if we were to tell him what we were here for, what artifact we were here for, if you would be amenable to
eventually,
that.
the
But
carts
I don't
continue. They
think
have
I'd be
a
able
very
to tell
similar
that with an insight
conversation with
check.
everyone. Yours comes up. He like stops for a moment. Oh, I'm going to need a new page for this one. Flips over the page. Hello, welcome to Build Around the Copper Dragon Nest. Oh, words. If I may ask, I love your cart. Is this a
Howdy.
new model?
Yeah, actually, we have a very fancy friend out in Volusia.
Yeah,
well, that'll do
actually,
it.
we have a very fancy
Merchant
friend
types
out in
then?
Volusia.
Perhaps
who,
your business in the city, if you wouldn't mind telling me.
We're actually here on our calling.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
we're
Welcome,
actually here
welcome
on our
to Build
calling.
Around. We are happy to have you here. We're glad you decided to come here on your calling. If you are looking for things to do and enjoy in the city, there is a theater festival going on. And they'll hand you a little pamphlet. A friend of mine is doing a show, if they want to check that out. It's at venue number 33. It's one of the larger venues.
I'm picturing like a large.
Nice, not bad. I'm picturing like a large dwarven version of the complex.
So,
Like
no, actually.
equally is like kind of
the venue
difficult
that
to
he's
navigate.
pointing at, like, if you look at the pamphlet quickly,
But-
like, he'll say like venue 33. If you open that up, it's more like the Pantages.
Whoa.
And then he'll continue. Yes, it's one of the smaller venues.
Whoa.
Alright, well,
What a smaller goddamn.
Yes.
All right,
All
well,
right, so-
thank you kindly.
It
I
depends
don't suppose
on your
you know
budget.
where we'd
What
go
are we
for
working with here?
accommodations
You're on your
in terms
calling,
of
so there is
housing
a
and-
25% gold discount off of lodging while you're here. Just show your calling mark to whatever inn you're at. It's a incentive
Love that.
that we have in placed.
we're not looking for anything too.
Gotcha.
Something middle
and
ground.
we're not looking
is
for
what you're
anything
looking
too
for.
fancy.
Yeah, or maybe something by the lower market. 'Cause we were here.
Yeah, or maybe something by the lower market because we were hearing all sorts of fun things about that.
No, it's okay. We can afford.
We were hearing nice things about the lower market.
Yes, they
They
do.
have
If you're looking
fine
for a nicer
silks
place
and
in the lower
metalsmithy.
market, there is.
You good for fine silks and metalsmithy? Adina?
There is the Filigree Forge.
Ooh, see the filigree forge.
It is a more middle of the
Ooh,
road
see the
place.
filigree
It has a
forge now,
decent,
Adina.
price to it. It's about 20 gold pieces a night after the discount. However, there is a number of amenities built in, including nightly glass blowing shows, as well as they have a hot spring.
Ooh. Oh.
That sounds
That's
nice.
the Filigree Forge. Yes,
I mean,
if you have
I love
anything
hot
else, if
spring.
you're looking for anything in particular in the city, if you'd like, we could have one of our city guardsmen join you as a tourism, basically, aid, if you'd like that.
Woods, I mean, it's more fun to explore.
Oh,
That's very fair.
No,
Of
it's
course,
woods.
if
I
you do
mean,
get
it's more
lost
fun
and
to
want
explore,
find something,
right?
You can ask any guard, and they will gladly tell you where to go. Otherwise, enjoy your stay, have fun, enjoy the
Absolutely,
theater festival if you
absolutely.
decide to patronize it, and be sure to collect some souvenirs for yourself while you're here. Our artisans love it when people on their calling find crafts that they like.
Absolutely. Well, thank you kindly.
No worries, you have yourselves a wonderful day.
Absolutely. Well, thank you kindly. And you as well. I guess we'll go into the dragon nest.
Okay, I'm going to turn that down a little bit more then. Alrighty. So, yeah, you guys are given entry to the city in full reign of it. What would you like to do? Adenia, thoughts? Zolom, thoughts?
Oh, I mean,
Well, I guess maybe we can secure lodging first,
Mm-hmm.
just so we know where to return to. And then we can check out the artisans we were mentioning earlier that we'd want to find if they have anything worth acquiring.
or any knowledge of any crystalline material that
Yeah,
would pass
that
through these
might
parts.
help talking through with some to gauge, at the very least, who to talk to about
Yeah.
something like that without putting a beacon on us.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, well let's post up at the Filigree Forge, and see if they don't have like a. I'm worried about this carriage because I don't know where we're gonna put it. We can't just be.
Oh, let me read the manual and see if there's any way it can either lock itself up or maybe go a little more compact or just see about storage capabilities.
Reading the manual,
Sure.
there is in fact a fold in on itself feature that will cause it to become a cube about that big by that big. Yes, it would.
Question: wouldn't it weigh the same? It's a very heavy cube. Okay, we can put that in our room at least.
Yeah. A handy haversack only holds up to I think 80 pounds.
I imagine it's heavier, unless it's made of a very lightweight metal.
Yeah, it is 8 cubic
little bit
feet
more than
or 80 pounds of material. So, it's a little bit more than that.
Okay, that's fine. I'm sure between the four of us, we can carry it up the stairs and just set it in the room. And we can be sure that no single person is going to be able to pick it up and walk off with it.
That is true. That is very true. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, so it sounds like you guys are...
All right, so Adenia will activate the feature when we get there.
Yes, as you are traveling through the city, it is a
Yeah.
Bustling. Player audio is lagging behind video. Oh, that's not a good thing. That might just be
I'm not even seeing
internet
chat saying that.
issue on my end.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mouse moves, then you hear them 5 seconds later. Oh no.
Yeah, chat,
Yeah, that's...
Oh, that's really bad.
I'm not even seeing.
That
I'm not
may
even
just be
seeing recent
internet
chat messages.
on someone else's end.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
I don't know if this is messages that you are getting, Will, like on Facebook or on your phone, or if they're in chat.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Question, if it's an appropriate time to ask, but how heavy would this cube be? 480, you say?
How do you?
Perfection. I'm going to use my magician card and cast a floating disc, which can carry up to 500 pounds, and it's a 3-foot diameter like saucer that will just carry our entire carriage for us.
As you get to the filigree forge,
Nice.
there's like this like dragonborn in a suit who, like, as you tensors floating disc your own thing, just like kind of like,
Oh, was he gonna valet for us?
oh yeah, entering
Oh,
the,
that's so sweet, but
area.
Calder doesn't know what a
It's
valet
beautiful
is.
hotel. The floors are marble inlaid with gold. It has a very Vegas hotel feel to it. It's very extra.
Ooh.
The front desk has these like copper dragonborn women, just like with like very beautiful shiny scales and these like wonderful suits. There are baskets of cookies just set out around. Making a look at them, they're very similar to the ones that you acquired in Garen. Appears to be like a common dragon
Yeah.
That
recipe.
room's made.
I love those cookies.
I just like lean over to Zolom and say, middle of the road? What's the sides of the road look like then?
That's, I mean,
By the four
do
gods.
you want to see the high end
Seems,
place
I mean,
just
No.
for shits and giggles?
I already feel like I'm too dirty to be in here. I'm
Okay to treat you as
ragamuffin.
older.
The treating myself
also
is
have
the
a
hot
spa.
springs, Adenia. What is?
Well, a spa.
Oh,
Also, hello there.
What's the difference?
I apologize.
Hi. Oh my god, I'm so rude. Hi.
It is a
Calder,
copper
we're on our
dragonborn.
calling.
They are in a tux. I apologize. I noticed you were lounging about the lobby. I thought I'd come and say hi.
Sorry, we're just admiring. I
Well,
don't
you should
think
see the
maybe
place is
perhaps I've ever
utterly
been in a place as big and this
Estus,
nice
it
with
is.
this much gold, because
Oh,
that
they
is
put this place to shame.
I think we should at least look at that.
to shame. This place puts everything I've ever seen to shame. I don't need it to be double shamed. I'm sorry. So what is the difference between a hot springs and
Well,
a
the hot
spa?
springs
Because
are
I was
part of
under
our
the
spa, but we
impression
do have a
that
spa
a
package
spa
where you
was
can be
more or
pampered.
less like a.
We have a very nice sort of volcanic ash rub that we have here. It's excellent for the pores and the skin. It gets a little bit
That
warm,
sounds
but it opens up your pores. and
hot
takes all the
and
toxins
painful.
out. I apologize. I should introduce myself. I am Kregolius. I am the concierge here at the Filigree Forge. Yes, Kregolius.
You said Krigolius with a K? Crinkle.
And yourselves. Oh, that's a lovely flower, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. She'll just like gently like touch
If I may
it.
ask, are you wishing to stay here at the forge? Ah, excellent. I know
That
if
seems
you are
to be the
activating the spell to
consensus.
carry
Yes.
the box,
Yeah,
would you
yeah.
like one of
I
our
sup-
bell pops to deal with it? Oh, do not worry, we have
It
the
is
It is
finest
very
480
heavy.
pounds.
and
But we've already used
of
the
course,
spell slot, so
of
you know
course,
we
as
might
you
as well
would.
just
If you would please
carry
just
it
join
out.
me here at the front desk, we will get you situated with rooms. I'm assuming that you are all here on your traveling. Excellent. Would you all like one of
Actually.
our
Yeah.
party rooms? Now, they're a little bit more expensive. They're 25 gold a night. However, they do offer this. They offer
Yes.
several rooms that are attached
Yes.
to one another with a
Yes.
central sort of hall and meeting area. It would give you basically in your party, as you call it, or as people call it these days. It would give you essentially a space of your own here to call home, a bit of a condo.
Yes, like that.
Yes.
That sounds
it is after the discount, of course.
very
It will come
fancy,
to 30
absolutely,
gold a
yeah.
night, 10 gold pieces more, but it does come with a fully stocked kitchen and a fully stocked bar if that happens to be your thing. We also have
It does actually.
Even on
cleaning
Sundays.
rooms that you can pick from, but that will be done when you reach the room yourself. Otherwise, please just join me here. Zul? Yes. If you would be so kind as to give these people card keys. Yes, of course. And they hand you like these slate marble keys. Like imagine like marble, just like slates. And they will basically they take a pen and it almost like melts the marble like butter, as they just like write down basically your room number, and they magically attune it. It's essentially a hotel card key. Yeah. This will give you access to your room.
That's so
I
cool.
will gladly show you to it now. If you just all follow me.
Thank you.
Calder looks like so deeply uncomfortable with what's happening. Like you can see like her ears are back. Like she looks like about a split second away from like shifting and making
What
dash
happens if I
forward.
stay down colder?
Nothing, because we're not in the carriage anymore.
I have the cube right here. Does it do anything?
But yes, as he's leading you to the hotel,
Fair.
Glorious will continue to talk. Yes, our hotel here has a number of features if you'd like. We do, of course, have a spa and hot springs. And as like they're leading you through the halls, they're pointing to windows where you can see like the spa and the hot springs. You can see basically like these big dragonborn men giving people massages. And like a sauna room and a bunch of like just everything you could want from a spa. Then of course we have a bit of a small thing here. The Filigree Forge is known for not only its spa but also for our small seat theater. It seats up to 1,000 guests and does musicals nightly. Yes. Tonight, I believe
You don't say.
the players are off, but in the new week they'll be coming in with their next show. Then they continue watching, and of course, since you're staying with us, it is complimentary. Let's see. Otherwise, we have a small mall here.
Just peachy.
They continue to like walk you through towards like what is essentially a Tensor's floating disk elevator. So yes, we have a small mall here. There's a number of gift shops. If you wish to purchase
Oh, so
clothing
does it?
or purchase any other sort of finery that you might need here. We have all of that available here for you as well. And yeah, he'll get into the disc, let you guys come on. He'll push a button. It will start to raise up. It'll come to your floor. He'll walk out. You're right this way. And of course, the card keys on your back here, if you ever get lost, they do have a no direction spell cast on them, so you will allow you to find your way back to your room easily. Yeah, eventually they'll just like get to a door, say, "This is your estate room.
Except
If you would be so kind, one of you will need to open it up." Yep, and it just unlocks and the door opens, and inside is a very just lovely room. There's a large table in the middle, a kitchen, several doors. Each of the rooms has their own bathroom. We have a fully heated, through magical means, tub and shower system. There are instructions, of course, in the room, and there are complimentary soaps, shampoos, and moisturizers for you as well.
Why do you need moisturizer if you're already getting wet in the shower?
hold it.
And if you want for yourself, and you have it, Sardinia, this is a catalog of all of our available services, including a room service catalog for things like delivery of new outfits, clothing, food, anything really that we have available in the mall. We can also have masseuses come into your room to give you massages there privately. It's all in there, and I will leave you to get settled in. If you need anything, don't hesitate to call the front desk. Ask for me. I will gladly help you with any plans you need to make in the city, anything you want to see, suggestions for sites. I have a friend who's doing a show. I need to send people to that. Chuckles a bit. And then, yes, of course, if that is it, I will leave you to get settled up.
Thank you so kindly.
I have a question, and I
Yes,
hate to ask,
upon entering
but
the
you
room,
said that the
you'll be
rooms
able
had
to basically, a map
themes?
will appear. You'll be able to select a map for a region, and it will change the decor in the room to match that region.
Oh,
We find that it helps people who get
now
a little
that
bit
actually
homesick,
sounds real
so,
nice.
however, it also is a wonderful way to
can I-
explore cultures and architectures unknown to you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I give him 1 gold piece as a tip?
Oh, thank
I
you.
will
Tentatively?
give
I will
him
say that they do
10.
often pay very well throughout the city, so tipping is not necessary unless you really love the service. That might be a bit of a culture shock. To avoid an awkward situation, I of course will accept this, but
Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, we just came from
you
Volusia.
all know. This way you all know. I apologize for not telling you.
Uh-huh. No, you're totally fine. I just didn't... Everything's so fancy
I would
and
highly,
so
if this blows your
gold, and I
mind,
thought
would
maybe
highly
gold was just
recommend, checking out
part of the
some
communication as well.
accommodations up in the Dragon Nest area of the city. You will become mush. And he turns around and leaves.
I'm so excited.
I don't want to become mush.
I would like to see you become mush, so we're going to go check it out.
Honestly, like me as a player, yes. Calder as a character is like, oh, what the fuck? Mush? Is that a preferable service? Like, is that something people want? I think Calder immediately starts fussing with like the theme settings,
Imagine,
and sets
like,
it to like
it's
Thelmaine
oddly
first and
fancy.
foremost.
But it's very home-esque. Like, the walls become a more wooden pattern. The bed becomes a little bit more rough shack, but still, like, fine silk sheets and, like, a very lovely mattress. Yeah.
Like a log cabin, but very fancy.
Bougie
And
Airbnb
then-
log cabin.
And
Got
then,
it.
There is
like, Calder takes a deep breath, and she's like, this is nice, but it's not my Thelmaine. Oh, it's very nice, but it's still not her Thelmaine, so she's switching it to the
Well, each
half-light
room
up for
has its own
Adina.
knob that you can switch, so, yeah.
Right. I can make my own room at house.
So
It's
it goes
fence
beyond just,
and,
like,
everything.
looks.
It's a very nice hotel, and there are no lotus petals anywhere around.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, if there's like synths and possibly even like subtle sounds, Zolan would ask one of uh his compatriots to come in and set his to
The archipelago.
uh the islands.
I got the CNC
Yeah,
archipelago.
yeah, the Sea and Sky Archipelago.
Honestly, that's number one on Adenia's list of places to see. So she would absolutely set that for you. And
Yeah,
do you mind? Can I just like step inside and
no,
kind
it's
of
fine.
a little bit of it myself? I've always wanted to go.
It's fine, and it's
So the
been a
setting
while.
changes to like a sea
She'll set
salty
it and
tropical air.
just like
Oh goodness gracious! Apparently, all of our audio is just broken tonight.
Lovely.
No, it's just.
We don't
I'm
know
going to
what
try
the cause of it
changing
is.
review. But yes, I'm afraid that we might just have to deal with it for tonight's episode. Yeah, sorry chat, I have no
Okay.
idea what broke.
sorry, chat.
Do you think you'll be able to fix it in?
Not easily,
Yeah.
'cause I
Do you
don't
think
really
you'll
have
be
a
able
way
to fix it in
do that, but-
post for like the video?
Sea and Sky Archipelago. Absolutely beautiful. Has like a very like sea scent to it. It creates a more tropical vibe. Solid. Best way to put it.
And like,
They
what
are-
color is the wall? Just like starlight, or
They are, I would say, like blues and greens.
oh, little blue green? Got it.
Nice. Oh, I see what you did with the lighting. I see.
See what I'm
I
doing?
see you.
See what I'm doing there? So Teeny will marvel at that for a minute before going to her own room and setting it for the half light ad.
Nice. And yeah.
Oh, nice.
You guys can rest up. And I think before you guys jump into the city, just because we are having so many audio issues tonight, I'm going to call it here earlier than normal. But join us next week, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to check out our many other shows.
Yeah.
Next week, we are going to be continuing our time in Builderan, a happy city where there's absolutely nothing going wrong. It's just nice.
Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong, Will.
The last time you said
But
that,
thank you all so much for coming.
someone died.
Don't forget to check out our many other shows.
Will killed a
You can see
guy.
them in the schedule down below. But I will
Will's a
say,
murderer.
Like, League of Amazing Adventurers is one of our flagships. It's every Wednesday. We're going to go and say hi to Super Dylan tonight, just because they are online and they're playing Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much for coming. Don't forget to check out our other shows.
Oh,
Be
nice.
hyped for our
We love
upcoming new
Dragon
show on
Age.
Monday nights and the primer for it on next Saturday. And we'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Bye, you guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah.